Another beautiful day at the river house. A snowy day at the river house. It won't last though. This'll melt off here in a bit. So it's Friday. That's unusual. Just got off of parent-teacher conferences. My favorite 2 nights of the year. That means we get the Friday off. So Shay and I are out here. Got a late start. Didn't get here till 11. I got the Terminator upstairs. Knocking down stuff. Hopefully the right stuff. And I can hear him chattering away continuously, but he's in a dust mask, so I can't understand him. We even got the dog inside today because it's chilly. Hunger, boy. It. Fire's lit. Spirits are high. Our goal today is that back there. Where are you at? There you are. I want to get all of this done. Now I just totally spaced picking up new insulation, so it's probably not going to work. I might pull it off the end walls just to get it done, or stuff it full of stuff from the other spot. Who knows? Maybe we'll let the sidewall go. Just get that up. I can leave the plastic hanging over there. Yep. Hit that again. Hit that again. Jeez, I can see the whole wall move. This thing is built like a Swiss watch. Maybe I can get some of this ceiling insulation back up into place so we aren't just losing all that heat outside. I don't need all of it, just some of it. Of course, all of this is because I want to avoid doing what I should be doing, and that is figuring out how the heck to jack this building up. But that's hard and dirty and cold and scary, and I don't want to. So we're gonna do the easy stuff and have some fun. Well, we're not done, but we're not done. I need to start making lists of things out of staples. Got a lot of it. All the insulation is up. Fingers crossed it stays. It should. I got enough of the batting up in place. Again, continuing to use this drywall cardboard furring strip stuff to hold them all up. And then I'll just put the drywall... hate this crap. I'll just put the drywall over the top of it. So, we're essentially done up here. There's nothing more that I can do up here. So we're going to go downstairs after a bit of a snack. Need a haircut. And start down there. So the idea is to take those ceiling tiles you can see right there, rip them to lengths, and slide them in between these 2x4s. This is what that flooring is upstairs. Slide them in between the 2x4s, 2 layers deep. Then at a later date, we'll come over the top of all of it with 1.5 inches of Ridgid foam. And that should give pretty serious insulation. Trim that beam. Not trim it with a saw, trim it with, you know, wood trim. I'm not worried about the Ridgid foam right now. I'm not worried about the electrical stuff. I'm going to skip those bays. I need that pile of stuff out of my way, and I've got 2 cases upstairs of drop ceiling tiles that they never put in. I mean, it's 1 inch fiberglass. It with a vapor barrier. It's got to have some R value. I don't know what the R value is. I know it's not nothing, and it's a good way to get rid of it. I have to pay to have it removed. Why? Let's just stick it up there and let it do its thing. We'll see. It'll be an interesting thing. It's pretty coarse fiberglass, so it gets everywhere, and it's rather unpleasant to work with. Right, Buster?
Mm-hmm. And to fill up that crack that nobody will never notice.
Yeah, Shay patched that crack up there. No one will ever know. It'll just disappear.
Under the floor.
Yeah. I'm sure this will come as no surprise to anyone, but those have no consistent spacing. Some of them vary by more than ½ an inch from one side to the other. You've got to be kidding me. In 4 feet, you couldn't keep a 2x4 within ½ an inch. Really? My goal was to cut the pieces the long ways. A lot less cuts, far fewer joints. But now, if I'm going to cut them the long ways, and they're 4 feet long, I'm going to have to taper every one almost. Well, if I taper every one, then it's not going to fit in the next hole. Just buy a tape measure. Actually, the process works pretty slick. And they fit in there very, very nicely. So it's going to give me 2 layers of fiberglass ceiling tiles. I don't have nearly enough to do all of this. So at some point we'll end up using probably 1.5 inch Ridgid foam. But still, I'm going to get a lot of square footage and I'm going to get it for free. Basically, I take a measurement there and we cut it off.
I showed the camera what I was doing.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
We need a more sophisticated system for this. Can I borrow your knife for a bit?
Mm-hmm. Look, Dan. That will be the favoriteest part. Cause look, that's pitch resin right there.
Is it?
Good stuff. It makes a beautiful thing in the car.
That's really all there is to it. Except, you know, it would be a lot better if these things were even remotely straight. But that's fine. Gaps will be staggered. It's gonna be okay. So now I guess just do it. I hate this. I hate fiberglass, but I like cheap. I'll say one thing. Cheap is time consuming. I mean, I don't actually feel any difference yet, and I can't imagine we will anytime soon. It's gotta be it's gotta be helping. I do have way too small amounts of this to even consider doing all of these drop ceilings. So I've got 2 full bays right there as a test. Now I think that my time is best spent moving over and starting here, because I suspect that I'll get my most bang for the buck, and some of this heat that is just... Have we got drafts open? This thing is going too hot. The stove just leaks. I suspect that I'm just losing all my heat up, so if I can insulate a couple of these bays, then hopefully the heat will roll across the ceiling and just be a little more efficient.
I can't tell if it still needs more wood or...
Oh, I can tell you it does not need more wood.
Good.
Yeah, it's too hot right now.
I don't good because I don't want to open it because I don't know how to open it anymore.
Yeah. So I'll get some of these boards pulled down.
Dang it.
Get started on that.
through my whole entire career.
I'm not filming it. It didn't end as well as it started. Dog ran off. Looked for him for 45 minutes. Couldn't find him. Went back in, asked Shay to look for him with me. He came outside to help and decided that rather than looking for his dog, he was gonna go play. And I was furious. So he was gonna go cut down some stuff for his mind before looking for the dog, and I took the saw away and I tossed it back towards the house. And it was old and crap and plastic, so it broke. The dog finally came back, yelled at the dog, yelled at Shay. Now I gotta go have the conversation about how daddies are wrong, and daddies shouldn't yell and shouldn't throw, and just apologize. Grade A parenting right there tonight. To close this out, I got this much done in 3 days, and it's taken forever because I'm just piecing it together, and none of these are accurate either. And yeah, it just wasn't as awesome a night as it was a day. Oh well. Thanks for watching. Yeah. We're greeted with more of this crap. And since there's a whole bunch that I still needed to get done outside, I'm really hoping that this isn't gonna stick around.